Okay, so the first is you're asked to write these expressions with a single base. Okay, normally when that will also entail using positive powers. Okay, you will generally use turn anything to a positive power. So here this base of v, since it has a negative power, is going to get moved into the denominator. So you get 1 over r v to the 11th. And now when you enter this, and more than likely this is why the question's up there, is how is this entered? If you're just going to enter it on your own, you would type 1 divided by, but if you put rv to the 11th, okay, so the caret symbol, this is going to interpret the expression as 1 over r times v to the power of 11, because the entry doesn't know that you want the entire denominator in, or all those factors in the denominator. So you would have to explicitly put them in the denominator by putting a grouping symbol. Okay, once again, if it's something where you're not getting the syntax of how you enter these, what you can do is when you go into your field, there should be a yellow arrow pointing up, or a little yellow box on the side. Just click on that and it'll open up the equation editor, and in that you could actually enter it as this. Okay, so you can enter it directly in the equation editor in that form. Okay, next, this negative power is going to move our base up to the numerator, so the 11 stays where it is. The s to the power of 1 gets moved up. We don't have to write the power of 1. Again, we want to write everything in the most efficient way possible, so I'll leave that unwritten. And then here we have s times s cubed. When you're multiplying exponents with the same base, you add their power, so that becomes s to the 4th. And then we also are dividing. When you're dividing exponents, you can either think of this as x to the 4th minus 20, or what it's easier generally to think is in terms of canceling factors. And so these 4 s's cancel with 4 of these, leaving 16. And so you get 1 over s to the power of 16. And that would be your simplified form. If you wanted, you could put grouping symbols there, but it will read this order of operations in that form.